Hello everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to be comparing another brand's very similar makeup remover pad to ours. I would just like to quickly clarify, I'm not here to bag this business, which is why I'm not going to be naming them throughout this video. I'm not for that, not for dragging anyone down. I won't necessarily have bad things to say, may not have a lot of good things, but who knows? Let's see. So this is a brand that I found is an overseas company, so they're not from New Zealand. It is very popular, I know that for sure. I guess it was part of inspiration for my product, but I knew I wanted to be very different and make sure that ours were ethically and sustainably made, which they are. So to start with, they're a lot smaller. The size is a lot smaller, you can tell. I quite like the big size of my ones. I had a lady say to me the other day that she would like a mini version, which I thought would be a good idea, so that's why this size would probably be very good for your eyes and stuff. But to be fair, I'd go for the big one myself. Next point is thickness. Obviously, if you have one of ours, you know that it does have a sponge on the inside. I find that this makes it very soft and way more gentle on the skin, having that bit of, kind of leeway instead of just rubbing directly on the skin. Compared to this brand where it is pretty much pure material in the middle, it kind of almost feels like there's a cardboard layer on the inside. I know it's not cardboard, but that's kind of just how it feels. Yes, there's no sponge or anything, it's just pure thin material kind of stuff. I don't know how to describe it, to be honest, but my next point, just based on visual appearance, is it is quite similar to ours. Do notice that they're a little bit more, like a little bit thicker compared to ours. I think ours have a bit finer fibers compared to theirs. They seem a lot thicker, like each kind of strand of microfiber, if that makes sense. Yeah, so it kind of almost feels a bit more like a towel would before you put it through the wash, before it starts to get rough. That's the closest thing I can think of to describe it, but it still does feel soft, just is quite different compared to ours. Yeah, so that's pretty much my first kind of impressions of the product, just based on the first look and feel of when you first receive it. I'd also like to acknowledge that these did arrive in a plastic bag. I got a set of 3 of them, but they came in a plastic packaging, which is not ideal and not exactly what I wanted to receive, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna go chuck on a face full of makeup, try and make it as dark and kind of, I guess, as difficult as possible. And I will take one side off with each of them and compare. I'll also compare how the cleaning of it goes and if they stain. I'm back. I am no good at makeup, but hey, you know what? Who cares? Let's put them to the test. So I'm going to start with the other brand first. Let's do the side of my face. To make this a fair experiment, I've got the same amount of makeup on each side and the same branding. If it makes any difference, I've got Estee Lauder Double Wear, which is like a long-lasting foundation, so I don't know, that might make a difference, but let's get into it. So I'm just going to soak this in. Oh yeah, these fibers are a lot different already. You can just tell how thick they are. It does soak up the water really well though. Like, it's a lot heavier now. Here it goes. Yep. I mean, it works.
That's good.
It is kind of rough on my eye. Like, I'm kind of reading up a little bit. I have very sensitive skin, so you guys probably Okay, that's the first kind of job of it. It's done pretty good. I'm just noticing as I'm soaking it that nothing is kind of coming off as like just using water. So that's like a little bit annoying, but that's all right. I'm just gonna go over once more and see if I can get much excess, but I feel like actually I would grab a fresh pad to do this again. Yeah, there's some more coming off. Places that I've missed. But, I mean, overall, the side's done pretty good, I think. I'm using the camera as a mirror, so I can't really tell. But, yeah, I mean, it does feel quite rough, which is annoying. I do have sensitive skin, so it's kind of, like my eyes are hurting a little bit. It's really, yeah, it's quite rough around the eyes. But, you know, I guess the thickness is alright. It did the job. I mean, it took it off. So, okay, so that side's all done. I'm gonna go ahead and grab our ones now. Yeah, let's put it to the test. Suck it up. You can already tell with the sponge on the inside, it does absorb more water. And the fibers, when they're wet, feel a lot different, which you can probably notice. But anyways, let's go. Oh, good so far. I'm just dripping water everywhere.
That's good.
It's so satisfying. And that's that. So from the get-go, you can notice that it's way more gentle. I think that's purely because of the sponge in the middle and the fibers are not quite as thick. So when the fibers get wet, they tend to gather. It's like a towel, you know. They gather up and I guess become kind of clumped. So when they're thicker, it just means it's a little bit more clumpy and a little bit more rough. So yeah, looking at the pads, they both done their job really well. Obviously with our ones, there's so much more left that I can, like on the pad that I can use. When I rinsed it in the water, some of the makeup came off, which is, you know, which is helpful because you can keep going over and over again. Whereas with this one, I find it's, you know, it's all used. I probably needed to use another one to do the other side of my face, whereas this one I'd be able to actually keep going with the other half, if that makes sense. Yeah, with our ones, obviously they do soak up water, so I kind of got a bit of water everywhere. I'm in my room, not a bathroom, so not ideal, but you know. Yeah, I think it was quite important to have it more gentle on your skin, especially if you're like me and do have rough skin. But overall, my skin feels great. Yeah, that's good. So my next job is to test how well they clean. I think this is quite important because especially if you're going to be reusing them, you want to make sure you're using a super clean pad. So I've got some face wash here. I use a soap bar. This is another brand's one, but we're getting some of our own very soon. Ooh. So I do tend to hand wash mine after each use, just so then it's ready to go straight away. I'll pop it up on our heated towel rail to dry. And then after every month or so, like once a month, I'll go pop it in the wash with the respective colours. So if I've got a white one, I'll pop it in with the whites. If you've got a black one, pop it in with your blacks. But yeah, I think it's nice to just hand wash and use it straight away, especially with a nice face wash. Let's go clean them. Okay, so the outcome of that, ours are completely clean. Even the red lipstick is barely stained at all. If I wanted to do another clean, I could and get it fully off, but there's like the tiniest little bit on there. Compared to our other brand, it's still grubby as hell. The red lipstick is just not coming off that at all. Yeah, I mean, most of the foundation did come off. I did have to wash it a little bit harder. But yeah, she is pretty darn grubby. So, I mean, it's still gonna work next time if I wanted to use it again. How long it's gonna keep working for, I don't know. But yeah, like I definitely would like to see this be put through the wash and see how clean it comes out. But if it's not coming off just with face wash, which is what you use to actually take stuff off your skin, I don't know. I mean, using a clean makeup remover each time is quite important, because you don't want to be taking off your makeup with something that's dirty, because it's like an endless cycle. You're just going to keep on wiping stuff onto your face. You're not going to use a dirty makeup wipe to take off your makeup. So why would you use a dirty one of these? So overall, it is good to try out another brand and see what other companies are doing, because obviously I'm not the only company that's making these and getting these in. So, you know, it's good to notice the differences and actually inform you guys of what you're getting into when you do purchase one of our pads. So ours are a lot softer. The fibers are a lot more gentle on your skin. They clean really nicely and super easily. So our ones don't stain at all, as you can tell, even with bright red lipstick. Compared to these, obviously, which have thicker fibers, I find aren't as gentle and as soft on your skin. They still work, you know, it does its job. But yeah, these do stain. I don't know how nice it would be to clean your makeup off with a dirty makeup wipe. I hope you enjoyed this video and you got quite a bit of insight into other companies and what they're doing. And yeah, hopefully you guys are more interested in trying one of these out. I highly recommend. You can grab a set of 3 or individually, grab one to give it a go, grab a mate or grab 2 mates and split the price between the 3 of yous. Yeah, thank you for watching and I'll see you guys again soon.